Hey guys, this is day 85 of startup. How to avoid the competition, the bloodbath of competition that you can see right now in B2B SaaS and in Gen AI based startups products. Now, here's one way to do this, and I think I'm going to follow this path. First, let me go back in time with a story. When I was in college, I joined a swimming pool to learn swimming, and we used to go very early in the morning to avoid all the crowd, and still there were so many people, like maybe 100 or more in the pool. And we used to learn, so we used to try to swim in the shallow end of the pool, and it was just super crowded, children everywhere. You cannot just swim more than like few strokes without colliding into someone. And then there used to be the deep end of the pool where used to be like half of the pool and only 4 or 5 people, so 95 people in the shallow end, which is the half, and 5 people in the deep end. And we always wanted to go to the deep end and take that risk also, but there were lifeguards who wouldn't allow us to do that. Here in startups, I see a similar pattern. I can categorize all the GenAI startups into four different levels. On the shallowest level are people who are trying to build their application using the APIs provided by ChatGPT, by diffusion, stable diffusion, and the likes. And these APIs actually do everything, and not just they do everything, they also leave very little for you to do something of your own, but you can still build your application. And any startup built on this layer has to deal with massive competition. See it, guys. Yeah, although the products are interesting, but these ideas are accessible to everyone. So yeah, for the consumer these are interesting products, but still you have to deal with the competition. One example that I saw for myself when I was doing research for my ideas was email personalization. It's not that it's not useful, it is definitely very useful. It's a breakthrough thing to do in marketing. If you can send personalized email on mass using these LLMs, but at the same time it is so easy for anyone to do that. What makes you different? Second level of startups is people who are using the open source models and running their own versions and customizing it. And this is where you'll see a huge significant drop, maybe 1 by 10. And this is where, like, I think really the juice is. So do not, I know, okay, I'll talk about this later on, but let me just complete on to the third level. And the third level is where you find research papers who are too new, where there are no open source implementations, but you do, and it suits your needs, it suits your problem, and you do the implementation of your own. And here you'll see so few that you are for sure to just click among the like most unique and most advanced people. And the fourth level is where you actually are able to find something new completely by reading multiple research papers and combining ideas from those. So this is the level where I would not recommend a commercial startup, a commercial oriented or a startup whose goal is to commercialize the technology to go into, because this is where it is very very uncertain that you will be able to find some solution that will be robust enough for production. I'm not saying the research cannot be done, but the trial and error process is very slow and it takes too much time. So level 2 where you're running your own model and customizing it, and level 3 where you are implementing research are, I understand, for a lot of people still very very hard. I get that feeling too. I'm myself in the same boat. I get that feeling that will I be able to do this, and will it take too much time? Am I just taking a wrong decision? And imagine like everybody who's thinking of doing that is getting that same feeling, and that is what stops them. And if you do not let these feelings to stop you, then maybe you will find yourself somewhere where you are alone. I mean, you are very unique. You still so by the way, you will never have zero competition. Regardless of how deep you will go, there will be at least 4 or 5 people who will be there with you. But it is better than having thousands of people doing the same thing. On how to do this difficult part and why should you go into this deep technology is, see guys, we are here to build a multi-million dollar or billion-dollar company, and these things do not happen by doing easy things. You have to do things which most people are scared of doing, and you have to find a way to do it. See, I'm not a genius either, but I think I will try to find. Let's see, I don't know, I have not decided yet, but I'm preparing my mind for it. By the way, going deep doesn't mean that you build something that nobody wants. It's not useful. Okay, always check what you're building is useful by asking questions to the target audience. Whatever you're building still needs to sell. It cannot just be something deep and neural networks and this and that without having any utility. And one note of caution on the same lines: if you are building something which is very simple to build and you see there's no competition, and you find that and you think that it's something good, then I would actually question you and make you think harder, because is it possible that you're building something that nobody wants, and that's why there's no competition, there's no lucrative market available for it. So yeah, with that note, I will end this video. Bye bye.